Welcome to the enchanting world of Hasegawa Tōhaku, a masterful artist of the Azuchi-Momoyama period and the visionary founder of the Hasegawa school. Renowned for his serene and evocative byōbu folding screens, Tōhaku's work transcends the ordinary, creating a timeless legacy. Born as Okumura Tōhaku in 1539, in the quaint town of Nanao. Tōhaku's journey from the son of a cloth dyer to one of Japan's greatest painters is nothing short of extraordinary. His early fascination with Buddhist art set the stage for his illustrious career. By the age of 20, Tōhaku had already established himself as a professional painter. His move to Kyoto in his 30s to study under the prestigious Kanō school marked a significant turning point. Here, he mastered the bold techniques that would later influence his unique style. Deeply inspired by the older styles of the Song, Yuan, and Muromachi periods, Tōhaku spent hours studying the works of great masters like Muchi and Sesshu Toyo at Kyoto's Daitokuji Temple. This immersion led him to develop a minimalist approach that set his work apart from his contemporaries. One of Tōhaku's most celebrated pieces, the Pine Trees screen, exemplifies his mastery of ink painting. This national treasure is often considered the first large-scale work to focus solely on pine trees, capturing their majestic presence in a way that resonates with Zen principles. Though the Hasegawa school was small, primarily consisting of Tōhaku and his sons, their dedication to a quiet, reserved aesthetic influenced by Sesshu and the tea master Sen no Rikyu left an indelible mark on Japanese art. In contrast to the bold, wealth-driven works of the Kanō school, Tōhaku's art conveyed a subtle yet profound beauty. After the death of his rival Kanō Itoku, Tōhaku became the foremost painter of his time, earning the patronage of Toyotomi Hideyoshi. His masterpieces at Chisaku in Temple, originally created for Shaunji, showcase his talent in their full glory. Join us as we explore the life and legacy of Hasegawa Tōhaku, delving into the exquisite artworks that continue to captivate and inspire. Hasegawa Tōhaku was a Japanese painter and founder of the Hasegawa school. He is considered one of the great painters of the Azuchi-Momoyama period, and he is best known for his byōbu folding screens, such as pine trees and pine tree and flowering plants, or the paintings in walls and sliding doors at Chisaku Inn, attributed to him and his son. Biography. Hasegawa Tōhaku, born Okumura Tōhaku in 1539 in Nanao, a town in Noto province, to a noted local family of cloth dyers. Although evidence shows that Tōhaku's original family name was Okumura, and that he was adopted into the Hasegawa family. Tōhaku started his artistic career as a painter of Buddhist paintings in his home province of Noto. His pictures include Portrait of Takeda Shingen, Picture of 12 Devas and Portrait of Nawa Nagatoshi. By the age of 20, Tōhaku was a professional painter, and by his 30s had moved to Kyoto to study under the prestigious Kanō school, then headed by Kanō Shoei. The Kanō school was well known at the time for their large bold paintings that decorated the castle walls of many a wealthy warlord patron. These were often ink on white paper or gold leaf decorative wall panels that served a dual purpose of reflecting light around the dim castle rooms, as well as flaunting the castle owner's abundant wealth to commission such extravagant pieces. Many of Tōhaku's earlier works are in the style of the Kanō school, such as his maple Chishaku painted in 1593. At the same time, he also studied the older Song, Yuan and Muromachi period styles of ink painting by examining scrolls from Muchi and Sesshu Toyo, which he is believed to have gained access to in his time at the Daitoku-ji Temple in Kyoto. After a period of time in Kyoto, Tōhaku developed his own style of sumi, which in many ways departed from the bold techniques indicative of the Kanō school, and called back to the minimalism of its predecessors. The works of Sesshu Toyo in particular influenced Tōhaku's redirection of artistic style, as Tōhaku also studied under Sesshu's successor, Toshin, for some time. Tōhaku was in fact so much enamored with the techniques of Sesshu that he attempted to claim rights as his fifth successor, though he lost in a court battle to Unkoku Togen. Still, the influence of Sesshu is evident in many of Tōhaku's mid to late works, such as his Shorin-zu byōbu pine trees screen, which were declared a national treasure of Japan, are argued to be the first paintings of their scale to depict only pine trees as subject matter. The school founded by Hasegawa Tōhaku is known today as the Hasegawa School. This school was small, consisting mostly of Tōhaku and his sons. However, its members conserved Tōhaku's quiet and reserved aesthetic, which many attribute to the influence of Sesshu, as well as his contemporary and friend, Sen no Rikyu. It is suspected that these simple aesthetics protested the usage of intimidation and wealth rampant in the Kanō school. Tōhaku's most noted contemporary was Kanō Itoku, who often competed with Tōhaku for the patronage of Toyotomi Hideyoshi. After Itoku's death in 1590, Tōhaku stood alone as the greatest living master of his time. He became the official painter for Hideyoshi, and produced some of his greatest and most elegant paintings under his patronage. He and his atelier produced the wall and screen paintings in Shounji Temple, commissioned by Toyotomi Hideyoshi in 1593. The paintings were moved to Chishaku in Temple, Kyoto, and have survived. At the age of 67, Tōhaku was summoned to Edo and granted the priestly title of Hagen by the shogun Tokugawa Ieyasu. There he stayed for the remainder of his life. Pine Trees is said to be a work drawn by Hasegawa Tōhaku when he was in the 50s, and the painting is his masterpiece, as well as a masterpiece of the early modern ink painting. It is rare examples reflected in Japan. The attitude of faithfulness to Mackay, who was a Chinese monk and painter in the Southern Song dynasty. He was working on the ceiling painting of Daitouji Temple in Kyoto, around the age of 50, and he saw the Chinese monks painting at the temple and received a great shock. He trained hard at Daitouji Temple to acquire the techniques of Mackay's ink painting. Pine trees was drawn at the time when he began painting ink paintings mainly. This work shows the pine trees standing in the haze. He created the space with depth, where the light of the morning sun wrapped the pine forest. In the haze, with only one black color, Hasegawa Tōhaku drew boldly with a rough and quick brush movement. But he expressed the quiet world of Zen splendidly. It is said that this scenery imagined a pine tree in the Noto district where he was born. Experts think that this work was still in the stage of a draft, and only the part because the papers are thin and the lamination is misaligned. Despite being unfinished, this majestic national treasure landscape painting has continued to attract viewers. The observer's attention is first drawn to the huge maple tree. The thick trunks of the maple trees rise in a pulsating manner. Originally, the length of this painting was much longer, over 2 meters. It would be a painting that released more energy. The autumn wildflowers that fill the picture are also exciting. Under the golden clouds, indigo-colored water is also flowing. The thought of the impermanence of Buddhism fills the hearts of those who see the autumn grasses and flowing water. Maple is said to have been painted by Hasegawa Tōhaku at Shunji Temple. Afterward, the temple was destroyed by fire, and the remaining part of the painting was handed over to Chishakuin Temple, which was built on the site of the temple. Although the details of the lost picture are not known, it is believed that the theme of the painting may have been the 4 seasons. It must have been a grand and lyrical fresco. So that's all for today. If you liked the video, please push the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you in my next video. Bye.